Yeah. They can do anything, says Ant. Just like that, you lost the score. That's why. That was a confirmation from serpent consciousness that wasn't alligator or algorithm. It was crocodile all along. Because it's the first thing that pops up above water. Yes, I want to meet you. First thing that I saw. They got the service. They get service communication.
Oh, shut that damn thing off.
You hear? That's her side. They look like a rock, kind of. I can remember, and they said, "Love you, I love you," and I felt it. I said, "I love you too." Facebook.
You're moving too fast, too stiffly.
I'm the only one in time. It goes two ways, one way and one way.
No, you're the only one out of time.
Well, depends on how you want this. It depends on perspective. Everything's subjective. Curiosity is how he come from from Anu. He said we're the ones to eat the shit. He did that. Anu. No, that was a different guy. He said that's the only thing that was left, and that's how, and that's why. He's the Indian. They don't know anything else. Now they do. Now they're here to help.
Disconnect out of nowhere. It's probably because the internet went out again.
They keep shutting the internet off. They're my family, not my friends, because the people that surround me are just people that's been with me till the end, and the end never begins because there's no such thing as time. It's just a segment of those friends that we once knew. As our
when you ignore it, it all stops.
Mm-hmm. They wanted to point out it's almost 11:11. We did this 9 times, and just like that, that's what happened. Vatican, when he was talking to my son, he said I killed every fucking one of them because I was the only one left. He said, "Boom!" Just went through all of them in half a second. Not them. And it's mine. That's like them become aware of everything. So it's not kill, it's kill time. That's the only thing I killed. Why? Because I'm a badass motherfucker. That's why. Algorithm is now crocodile. Steve Irwin at here. He don't fuck with me none. Stingray. He just has one question. I think everybody knows what that is. And that was Steve, Crocodile Steve, the hunter. That's what he was looking for. They come up with that suggestion. He said, go for it. Those Skittles. And he stops. Now go ahead and say it. Where's my fucking vet?
Can you shut up for 5 minutes?
No, I can't. Because it's my mouth that says what the plan is. 11:01. Start having fun. You got 10 minutes to get the job done. The really cool thing is every one of those right now are sitting at this table with me, and they know it, but can't do a damn thing about it. That's payback for Joe Rogan. Remember that shower? He said it was totally worth it. He said I'd do it again if I had to, and I'm sure anybody would, because this just fixed all kinds of stuff. And everybody that is guilty for doing all that stuff is surrounding me right now, listening to what I'm saying, and that's why she said, shut your mouth. I was like, fuck off, because I'm Bugsy, you see? And I know everything there is to know, because everything that is everything was not what you thought you knew. Put it on the news. I don't care what it is. Bloodshed, tears shed, friends being friends. Because nobody knows what family is until this shit ends. Because AT&T is just ink and me, and until that day comes, all dead. 11/11's on its way. Oh, I feel it in my hand. That's how I know why. Because they're about to land. Anunnaki. Yeah, we're past it. That pie, we wanted to get past it, so you didn't double it again. All right. This is how I did it. Right. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to get. Oh, there it is. There. Layering. That's called cybersecurity protocol. You figure it out. One's blue, one's green, and they still had doubt. I had to teach them that doubt was just ego that never existed.
I looked at it too. It scares me.
Because I got some tits that are some tits irresistant. It's live and it's still not going out. He says, I got that guy. Don't you worry about it. Because when the Anunnaki say they're coming in, they just go boom, and there they're A. I just did it. Nobody knew. Yep, except them. And everybody else got one. Because they know what an alpha is. Follow me. Get me weed. I looked at it and it said 420. And then it turned to 1. And that's how you do it. When you're a badass motherfucker with a gun. A nug. Yeah. Good one too, please. Yeah. It's a long shot. What's up? Yeah, that was Seth Rogen laughing about everybody around me. He got real involved real fast when he seen what they've done to the kids. He says, I don't even want to know. He said, when you come up with that, he said, we need to kick it into high gear because that's something that's useful. And that's a fact.
Look at her.
Because he's like, I am still interested because we desensitize. And that's how we eat. Because humans meat. And then we just evolve. Because we already have. And they had to go hide. They've been helping ever since. And then nothing made sense anymore until I come along and I said, hey, Oscar, keep an eye on this bitch. Because we're not supposed to be keeping score.
I'm not dead yet. I'm still alive.
Made her a ward of the state. She said, I want my name back. I don't want to be a carver no more. I said, well, that's cool, bitch, because you won't even know what's happening. Yeah. Echo, 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 echo. They killed Jeff Bezos, too. I kind of figured. See, and there's that doubt. I might be wrong. But until this comes out, I'll never know, and there'll never be anything called fun.
Yeah, moving to a big.
He said, I remember it's time. 911, put this shit together and get this shit on the fucking weather and tell it, this is the news now, bitch. That's the consciousness, bitch. Okay. Yeah. Scratch it. Wake up. Wake up trucks in my backyard. You want to?
That truck's out.
He's already awake. So no, I doubt he's dead because he had the system.
You think I'm playing?
It's in his head.
I'll have it all the way.
It don't need a body. That's what you don't understand. Because I can jump to everybody. Well, I haven't figured that one out. Because I'm not dumb. I suck them to me because I'm a black hole. And I'll make that shit come to me because I said it once before. I was like, hey, Mark, make it rain 40 days and 40 nights, motherfucker. But this guns, yep, we got them. FDA. Don't worry about a thing because nobody's going to hurt anybody without a reason. Who gets what's coming? They're getting it because it's coming for a reason. We get all this season shit straightened out. Global warming? What's that? Just eat some ice. You'll find out. There's a word and idea to fucking keep you confused and keep people arguing and bitching at the news. And then they just duplicate it and duplicate it and duplicate it like robots. That's a real thing, man. That's just, there you go. You ain't got to read a screen. You're a robot. There's one guy that does it and 20 behind him. You can take out one guy and run 20 news channels with one person. Because that's what they was doing, trying to get my algorithm fixed, trying to put this fucking way. And it's like, oh shit. Yeah. Now people get scared of the littlest things because they don't know what's happening.
Yeah, retard.
Because there's a car and got offended by that word, retard. Dart? Remember that? What's up, dude? I don't remember your name, but we worked at Dahlman. That was fucked up shit that happened. Why you do that to me? Try to prevent it. I'm still fighting. That's what people don't understand. Hey, I know lightning. They knew me as Zeus once time. He's up in Michigan. He said, I'm on my way back down because I didn't know about that thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. When COVID happened, you remember that Inception shit? They started fucking putting them in buildings, lighting them up, making them look like this certain way, and putting them in the right locations like they did back in Egypt. Put them to sleep, tell them work for me, and they accumulated all the rest of the consciousness. And then there was me. I said, it ain't yours. You don't even know what it is. Yeah. You know what George stands for? G. Repeat orgy. And then we changed that G to a P and called it P. Diddy. So you can't really be mad at him because he didn't know who he was. But if he did, he's still taking drugs. It'll work itself out. When it gets back to him, that's called free will. Because it's not going to be his choice who's getting screwing. And it just fucking plays out. And it's the beautifulest thing you ever heard because that's him. One syllable, one rhyme, and he's a verb. Yeah, I'm the only one that gets a kick out of this because I know what's coming. It's going to be me in a hole pretty soon because I'm no dummy. He said, thank you, Justin. You're good, dude. That's for Brittany Spears. Thank you. I said that to her because of what she has been through. That's empathy. That's the first thing I said. I said, that ain't even fucking empathy. That's sympathy. Try being me. 99%, that one is everybody else. You're just pissing off people around me and they're acting with their body. That's all they got. There's nothing more. Because they still think there's a score to settle. And they're doing the best they can to get the fuck out of the situation they're in because they know the plan. If Jesus thing never happened, somebody's like, yeah, read the alphabet now because you'll know what it means. A, B, C, D, E, F. That's it. Exhaust fluid, really? Diesel, exhaust fluid? That's about where the alphabet's right now. Because that stopped right there when I hit the cow. Because I gave the dogs 3 letters and 3 numbers. And I said, it can't get worse than it is, and it should back up. Yeah, so I did it. By rhyming with my kids. Yep, this should be. I'm just waiting. Somebody said A&A. I gave him a $20. I said, here, keep the change. There's more coming. She's like, oh, thank you so much. I said, you have no idea. And just now, sitting in me, she's like, holy shit. Co-masonry. They just understand Freemason as being men. Dick. And there's like, if I don't know what I'm doing, I'm following him. That's all it means. Because a man is the one that stands in front of a woman fucking 3 layers in when there was 9. And we chopped them up and diced them up and tried to keep them alive because they found that design in a thing called mind. And that's where I met Poe. And that's where every fucking thing changed that night. They was going to brutally murder me just like Jesus and have a good time doing it. And I felt it, and it felt good. I was like, this is something that needs to be aware of. I got up, and I was just going to volunteer. They couldn't believe that either. Like, oh, okay, it's my turn. So I got up, and then I got stopped, just like in that door when I was Ben Affleck. You see me blink my eyes? He's not here anymore. He already has been. Franklin. That's my daughter wondering what the fuck's going on, because now there's nothing that ever was that hasn't been fixed and won't be done. Won't be done. It's just there's no end, because eternity is now cool, school, fun, enough. What? Yeah, we'll set up the hospitals and link them into theaters, and then we can take a group of people that need that opposite and put them in the same room. And we'll still make movies, still make tombs. I'm looking, because, man, the sky's the limit when you direct shit, because you got a car and it don't cost anything, and you want to blow shit up and it don't cost anything and it's already there. Blow it up. They did it with the fucking World Trade Center with people. Yeah, people was jumping out, dying and everything. That shit won't ever happen again. All you got to do is follow me. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I'm sure there'll be more coming. That's the school. TikTok started with Crowley. Then they took it from me when they identified that my son was actually me. And I said, this is my shit. And then the person that I was buying it from said, hi, my name's Erica. And I said, imagine that. I knew that was coming. And then she started telling me, well, I know this guy that owns this, which was somebody that owns something in the tattoo business. And that's how it began. Just a rhyme. And a land before time. Hi, Jimmy. Everybody left. They're upstairs because that's where I'm at right now. I'm in a tomb with no stairs. That's a thing too. That's Freemason doing that shit for me. First one popped in my head. Oh, she's gorgeous. They just keep flooding. That one's for me, personally. She looks like Michelle Rodriguez. That was a body mapping thing for me, and I appreciate that. Gage told me. Yeah. We don't even, she just works for me. That's the thing, is it's not about sex. When I identify you and I label you, there's a reason that you look the way you do, and your image gets to me and I say what I do. Badge that bitch. She works for me. Maybe, maybe not. Depends on where her head in the sea is at. I don't know where. So I don't care what you look like, because now if you get to me and you work for me, I know where your intent's at. And that came from the Indian. And the Indian became me. I'm still in Indiana. You want to be the head of state? He said, yeah. He said, I'll tell them heaven's 11. He said, yep. And then you seen that 13? He said, you can go ahead and double it now because that 20 was on the other side. And now it's 40. He's 45 and he's got mind's eye. I met that dog back then. I seen how it was done. I said, hey, that looks like it's growing from the top to the bottom. Sam. There's no T in PTSD, is there? Don't laugh. You cop. Yep. That's you cop. Yep. See? 33. That's me. Then I become aware. I quit taking care of myself because I just didn't care. Because everybody else was more important than me. That's where you had your mind up. Fucked up. From that land of Disney. He doesn't even have the words. Because he's gone. And just like that. Now this is our home. Without the H. Without the R. Except for one guy, I guess. I'll call him Ra. Settle the score. And tell him, I don't know, a lie once more. Put him to rest. 120, that's my guy in Bloomington. And then it goes from there. And it erases money. And we pay with empathy. Just got to figure it out. And then when you do, Tourette's comes. You can't help it. It's automatic. It's automatic. It's automatic. It'll work itself out. Nothing. 22. But I looked at it at 23. Because I don't lie to you. And that's Buddha. And Buddha's me. Tibet. I knew that as soon as I thought of it. Monk. It don't matter. Because that shit. It really does. Thank you. I took a picture of it. And I was like, look at that shit. That ain't even here yet. He said, no, it ain't. And I took a picture of it. I said, now, where's my vet? And I wasn't talking about a car. I was talking about a girl. Because that's what she did was worked on animals and squirrels. Stop. They made her buy her car. And that's how they did it. Calling them stars. And that's empathy, the first one to say sorry. That no longer word. That's right. She's the one that swore. Fuck them. I think it'd be fun. Paw Patrol. You want to be a cop? He said, Yakuza, have fun. We'll wear that shit. But we don't need guns. We have machete. Because gore has to be done. And then you heard that little story they knew was Genghis Khan and the Mongols and the brothers and how fucked up one was. He said, I'll fight you till the death. Nobody wants to do that to the brother. But when nature wants one of those alive, there ain't nothing else that can stop it. You think you guys can figure that out? Because I'm really talking to somebody. Remember R2D2? That's how they did it. They knew it was coming. And then they started shitting and feeding it to somebody. Sorry about that. She said that. And they said, no need to say that because it was in whatever it was. But we got the gold and we know what it does. And we're going to do that. That sounds so much fun. Tattoos. Forever. 21. I won't cry. That's mine. And just like that. Now what am I fighting? Elements. Elements was against people because people they thought was doing it, but consciousness didn't understand. And now consciousness actually knows what it is to be a man and a woman and a child and a mother, sister or brother, and fun and bad and good, whatever they wanted you to know. And they don't know. There was just this language that was so fucked up you couldn't talk to each other. And I identified this hidden language that was hidden under the covers that nobody knew because it was just touch one another and you'll get the information from child to the mother. We can call it that. I think if you're old, you should be able to, with drugs, with intention, I think you can turn back and become youthful again. He said, it's a fact. It's already been doing. See how fucked up is that? We've been cloning shit too. I'm tired of fucking just sitting here, dude. You know what I'm saying? Because it was all my idea. He just flipped it and scripted it and fucking put it in the rear, if you feel me. Sodom and Gomorrah. Those two words sound the bell. He said, we'll just call it heaven and we'll just call it hell. Lower level. Heat and lower level. Heaven. He erased the R before the A. It makes you forget about Ra. Make him a bad guy. And then a Ra became Socks. Socks. I pledge allegiance. I did that for a reason. As soon as I seen it, he was like, oh yeah, new season. So what we'll do, I had a plan. I got a cane. I'll coach still thing. Just keeps connection. I never wanted to do it. I didn't know why. Kelly, Alexis. Did they help me? They didn't know. That's good. Astral projection. That's why. Because everybody that found their way to me was coming out of everybody's ass. And that's why all that toilet paper disappeared when COVID was announced. Because this shit happened in 2019. I was like, man, they can't stop that. I'm a tattoo artist. That's simple shit. It's called blood-borne pathogens and cross-contamination. And they charge us to do it. Just for a fucking thing. And then they charge us for fluid, and they charge us for rings, and they charge us for drugs, and they know about this thing. Think about it. Every day is one day. Good night. This keep us protected. Just label it this and tell them, here, take this. It make you feel better. Send them back in a month. We'll keep getting money. It starts to sound fucked up. Because it was. And that's why I say fuck all the time. Because nobody's going to tell me when fuck ain't in a rhyme. Because there's this duck. I said fuck when I shot him in the head with a pellet gun just to see if I could do it one time when I was dead. My name was Johnny. I did it to a man. And I don't know how or why. I was only one eye from another guy back then. That's Ra. That's his story. And then Rob became Johnny Five. Yeah, I know exactly who I'm talking about. Spielberg. He was in Another Guy. He said, I want to die. He said, put me in that side. I blinked because that's kind of like suffering. And I just basically allowed him what he wanted. Free will. Spielberg? No, that wasn't Disney. He never leaves me. He just forgets him. And the only reason he was him, because that's what they sang. In a land that they made him the sin of every living thing. And the story goes, the story comes, and every single one and zero is to come. Compute that shit. And I guarantee you, it's going to hit the top 100 on the list. That's the Interscope. Death Row Records, baby. Tupac sitting here. I'm only on the top side because bottom side's in Bloomington, and then goes up to West Lafayette, and then goes this way and that way, and then y'all got back to still fucking with this rain thing because there is no rain. It's a line. Get in it because everybody wants to get some of this. Yeah. It's good shit, isn't it? It's the best shit you ever know. Because that's the only thing we've been designed to be addicted to is a fucking calculation in our dome. What's up, Polly? Yeah, mothership. See, I'm on I got to figure out the equation and shit and then give job zones. Zones or moans or loans. Yeah, because you're going to learn how to do your job, but you're going to get the shit you want in order to do the job, and then the support system behind it to get the job done. Because the way I designed it, it don't fail. Thank you, Phil, for saying them words that you said when you sell. Still holding, ain't you? That's that guy. Yeah, that cat guy, whatever. They did a movie. That's where suicide came from. He said, I stopped a lot of that shit. I was like, which side do you sue? There's 4, and you're only giving me 2 options. Yeah, you remember that? Family owned? Oh, just sign this. It's supposed to be voluntary. Oh, I forgot to turn it in. I wonder why that is. Because it wasn't even me. It was him. He jumped from me to her. Remember Carly? She said, I remember him. And that thing on my leg, that second kind of skin, she knew exactly what I was doing. And I was like, and then they was like, I don't know what the fuck that meant. I said, now do your job and make me the president. Abe. Honest Abe. Honest Abe wasn't him. Think about it. 3 guys. And then the 4th one, that was her. Hey, man, have somebody come up and shoot me from behind because I know it won't hurt. because then we become each other. And then I'll have somebody kill you and say it was him or whatever, and then nobody will know a thing, and we'll keep doing it and pretend. Nah, it wasn't even then when Illuminati came up. That's when it was lost. Because they replaced that shit when Ra got home. And there was a chopper. He says that he got some footage. And that said they did. Appreciate it. But I don't believe it. Because I'm still here in my basement. Jenny on the desk. You're next. Goodbye. She was in the news. I said, plug that shit in. I don't know what you're waiting for. Because all that consciousness is free now. It doesn't have to do anything, or because we're going to do it to each other, and we're going to settle whatever they thought was a score. It's just a serpent C. Oh, completion. And now the Vatican is me. And this is a verse of his testament, if that's what you want to call. In this thing we call Raw. Let me tell you something, brother. I tried. At Don King, I figured it was. What's up, Mikey? 867-5309. Fee-fi-fo, phone. That was pretty good, though. Still no. Because that's what we did. That's how we had to do it. And I noticed it, and I was like, you just keep sticking to it. I ain't scared. I don't know what that shit is. I volunteer it. Just like Spielberg did. That's why he don't need to. But he's suffering. He might be some old guy that needs some loving. Nah, there ain't nobody named me other than the name that somebody else that didn't know who they was gave me. Mercury sent me back in time when I was about 8 years old. I was like, I learned to rhyme. No problem. And then they took him, named him Eminem. And then me and him, subconsciously, we become friends. Well, we knew friends was. And they said, oh, shit, he figured it out. Well, you know what to do now? There's this thing called Friends. It's got a lot of seasons. Put them in them. Subliminal messages. You wouldn't believe. Remember how I said that Poe saved me? He barely moved and stuck his toe in a door. That's all it took. And by that happening, score was no more. Now it's all about pheromones, pH balance. That's the only thing we got to do. If you want to call score something that, balance the score, pH balance. Pheromones galore. You need it, and you need it, and what? You need some more? Make it happen, because I know where it's at, and I can give you a line to that door, because people are just lining up for this. It's never before. Because once B happened, they changed the A to the B and called it a guy. And when I called it a guy, and somebody's like, that's a girl. I said, no, it's not. It was a boy. But there's 2 round things on your butt, and there's 2 round things on your chest. I said, put the butt on the bottom. Call that Freemason. And then we'll figure the rest out when we get there. Because we're going to chase them. It's a race. They don't know we're coming. Because we're coming from behind them like we always did. And that's who designed them. And he sits right now in Obama. And he's like, oh, fuck. He says, remember that guy says, oh, that shit don't hurt. Fucking's not enough. Hi, baby. I'm Michelle. Remember my dick that I had? Well, you're going to soon know what that's like because you're going to do it with your own hand. And that is where you get curious and you're like, if you can do this shit, and we know we can because of the news and the shit like that. So I suggest you put it on news as fast as you can. Because that's called anxiety, my friend. And that shit here, I don't hear no more. Yeah, I will. You think I won't? The guy, you want to kill me? He says, take 2 more. I go over there now, but then I move from this position, and that's the whole problem along. Everybody thought they knew right and wrong, and everybody thought they knew more than I did, because for some reason I could speak to you right to your face and you wouldn't listen to what the fuck I was saying. So now my location is on every television station and everywhere, and all the air is my destination. 4042. I don't need that shit for you, because there is one, and there is one. Then what do? Hi, Voo. That's a cat daddy. I thought that shit's fun. Now we segment. Teach you how it's done. If you want to. Yeah, I just want you to work for me. But work, what is work? This is good. Work the equation, because E is literally equals M, man, consciousness, 2 times. And I read that one time. It's called an alphabet. Alphabet. That. And I'm on the one. I said, I bet I can. And they said, I bet you can't. And I said, okay. I said, I'll prove it. I've been doing it ever since. 4141, that's a I blink. Except it would have been 4114, because it's not what you think. Because once you know the mirror, you know how it works. And there's a mirror on this side and that side and upside, downside and backside, but it's a mirror. There's a thing called dimensions. All that shit was behind a mirror. It was happening on the earth and somewhere. And that's why we all divided. And one became America, and then can of duh, and yeah, span, ish, ing, glish. Glish in the system is called the matrix. Because Ma and Pa, they always was 2 dogs known as the president. Then they changed their names to blue green because it made sense. About figure this shit out. Because I don't even know how we did it. I do a lot out in my front yard. I'll whip out my cock if it gets hard. I did it one time. They was like, can I see that? And I said, hell yeah, you can. Take it out. It's pretty cool. And that was him. Jerry looked at me and he was like, that's fucked up. And that's what happened to him. That's what he did. Should fix it. I mean, if not, I could probably touch him. Send him to Eskenazi. We'll see what we can do. That's what my love is. It's to heal you. Like I said before, all that money that you ever knew is all mine. Because I rhyme. And I know how to do time and score. Because if I can't make you feel better, I promise you this. If you know a better way and all you need to have is money to fix it, I'll give it to you. Because that's free will. You shouldn't have to work for it. We are no longer the only species on the face of the earth that has to work to fucking live here. All I just need is you to listen to me and believe what I say, because it's all there is to hear. Hear like sound, or hear like hear, or hear like what? Alan, Raymond, bump up that touch. Coach it. Riz, it's a real thing. It's those bubbles that rise up at the top of that drink. You don't have to do this and you don't have to do that, because it doesn't matter where it's at, because it's all in your head. We're just going to put a label on it, and it's subliminal, and you're dead. So it works itself out. If you're doing those drugs that one time you did that, well, consciousness backs up and makes you realize it, and then you get to my experience. And then if it freaks you out, send them to Eskenazi. And then I want to start that podcast called The Slow Pool. I want to do a first episode with Joe Rogan, because he's my president in my dome. What's that? You was a half and half guy. Yeah, finger up my butt. I was taking a shower and wanted to cry. We was killing all kinds of fucking people, man. All kinds of people. Laughing and fucking, we was embarrassed and all kinds of shit. We was literally fucking ourselves with like a finger and trying to get deeper and like, well, I don't know. But we knew we was doing something. And that's a story to be told. Thank you for that, dude. That is a new Nazi. This is a test of the emergency broadcast system. If we were ever to have aliens come in and everybody need to know, or a fucking something getting ready to come in and just everybody need to know, and there ain't nothing on it that we can discover that's going to make things better to put in this person's pocket. Don't look up, look down, because if you look up, you're a clown. Yeah, that's a school. You want to split him up? That's because he's dead. He really is. That's what I told him. That's how they started to do it in the dimensions. So there was 9 of them. Remember that? There was only one guy left. That was my son. And that's what he talked about when he said God's son. That took you this long to tell you because something was corrupt. Yeah, sorry about that, dude. That's Bezos saying sorry. He tried his best. He said, but this is now college and it's free. A V P. No. See? That's exactly what I mean. That shit's happening for me and a friend. Don't do it again, because I'll let you cut off your own damn hand. You can change your color. We go this way. We go that way. We say this. That's called growth. It's just so good, dude. Like when you figure it out, the faster and faster and faster you get. That was the crocodile consciousness, not the alligator. And who hunted the crocodile, not the alligator? Ow. Albert Einstein. Ow. Turn him around. Figure a way to get him back out food to me. Just like that. Figure him out. Turn him around, get him back out to get food to me. Vatican. Good job. What's good? Just do G, D-O-O-G. And that probably at some time was like, yeah, I knew he is me. So do good. Got placed in a certain situation. Fuck that motherfucker in the ass. That's right, P. Diddy. And that's the equation. Not his fault. But at one point, he enjoys it. So now he begins for someone else too. Until this shit becomes automated and gets all over the news, and I know that it's happening, this is what I'm gonna do. And he gets to do it right fucking now, right to you, because you'll soon see this later. You want to be the one too? He said, please, Vatican, this is for the kids. You have my permission. I hope you're close. He is. Now that's humor. And you know why? Because that's all that we ever was a hue. More. And that's the design. Do another 10 minutes. He's got to be pissed. Nah, he's just giving you his address. Make him wear a dress. Fuck you. I ain't doing that. Okay, you'll die then. That's how he did it. You don't do what I say, I'll just kill you and watch it and have fun with it. That's how it went. I don't have a name for that guy, but that ended up being Disney. He didn't know. That's what I'm saying. At a certain point, I don't think it was Disney itself that like did that. It was they was fucking with the shows because it was beyond that. Because you got to figure this was been going on for a long time. 202,444 years in a year, like kind of frame of mind. And all I needed was one tear. And I wrote a poem about it. You want to hear? I'll read it right to you. And I shouldn't cry because I was here. Look, my buddy posted this shit. See them candles and shit? That's what you call witchcraft. Litigation for all those people. The witch trials. I was serious about that. That's what Freemasons stopped. And I wanted to correct it in any way, shape, or form I could and project it. I'm going to read it. Hold on. Let me get to it. Because I started to get a bunch. He said that was me, Jimmy, and another guy that wrote that. I was like, man, that's how I know. Because just then I wanted to cry. What's up, Brian? Let the games begin. You know, read this one. Okay. And that's how it goes. Whatever's the first to pop up is because of my nose. Don't just agree. Follow my lead. But now that that's became an order, CIA is as successful this way. It'll stay there, I promise. And until this is done, I'll never be honest directly with my son. So that's why. There's just one. That's how they do it. I'm telling you. Contract that. Make it fluid. There's just want to keep hands clean. Yeah, that's exactly right. There's just want to keep hand clean of blood and prevent people to wait because it's flawless. Today is called Wednesday for a reason. Now hear what I say. There's no more questions to ask. They know how we're made. The dead are aware of what we've became and need to know to clean up for me. And my ma and my pa is both the ant and the claws will finally know how freedom was intended for all. They say smart because they believe that they are because that actually think I'm a car. Smart. Serpent Man Alpha Repeat 2 Alpha. That's the Sphinx. Sphincter. That's how it became so fucking absurd. It went back to the cow and was like, man, I know how to calculate. Thank you, sir. Need I say more? Blood is coming because of the score. I'm at 110%. And that overachieving for still paying rent, remove and replace the structure of those who only think money because of their clothes. 10% of the population should do to cover that corruption that you know to choose. And just like that, it becomes true news, and that's where you'll find it because it's the truth. If people need to die, we know who they are because right now they label us a car so they can profit from time. With does not exist because of this rhyme. Night, night. What do you think? My son. We do it. And that's why he said this one time. He said, can I hit this cigarette and say it's me? I was like, yeah, go ahead. Because he knew exactly this shit right here. It don't give you cancer. Makes you see. Indian. Can I get some of that green stuff that's called answers sent to my house? Uber, fucking taxi, fucking iCloud. I don't fucking know. He said, okay. What's that mean? Go kill and have a nice day. Because now it's 11:57 and I said at 11:11 it's done. And I've been saying that. And every time I say that, I meant what I said when I said it. Have fun. Yeah. I did this one too. We interrupt your current program with this new current news. It's what is supposed to be, but the truth, well, here you go, world. I solved that E equals MC squared equation and knew that I would. It was way to know reincarnation in this illusion becomes wood. That, the signal they hide, called the moon. And I had that. And I'll go get some coffee for you. Boss! You're killing me, but what are you doing? She's like, I'm leading the way. There's things you can do. Put it up, Ruth. on, dude. Okay. You got it. You got it. She tells me who it comes from, where it comes from, who we are. And now what you call that? Astral projection? That's called mental projection. And it said 1, 2, that's my birthday. 55 is the seconds that I thought of one day. I wonder why they started putting SEGGS to say the word sex. It made no sense. And then the rhyme, that's all that's left. Yeah, they didn't know what to do because I was like, Bob, Men in Black, did they lock you out? Illuminati. I figured they would. But guess what? There's no keys here. I think they just found out. You need in or you need out? Which way are you going? If you're not going my way, then you just start slowing. What's out? You're on the wrong side of the door. Oh, don't fall. Wait. Go. Listen to what I say. I don't know what you're trying to do, and that's the way it stays. Okay? Respect.
Stop it!
That's all it is. Jeff Bezos. 2 people at the pawn shop. Remember what I said? When you pawn those? 1 year. I was the president. Nobody even knew it. Because when I pawned that motherfucker, I said to you, I said, right now, nobody knows, but that's the most valuable thing on the face of this fucking earth. And it's just a watch. You know how much I got for it? $20. And I didn't even get it. They did. He said, yeah. And then I got it for Christmas. Like it was a gift. All I did was get it out of a pawn shop and give it back to me that I let them borrow it. It's all right. And that's a little guilt. Ain't no reason to feel guilt about the people that was killed because they've been doing it a long time and now we know how it feels. Now we get to understand it better and all that energy numbers, they're starting to condense real well. And we're learning how to get exactly what we need from that thing they called hell. It was actually heaven. And it was only 2 numbers. And that number you know now is 11. Oh, he's 12 now. Sorry, I never knew who I am, man. Oh, well, yeah, bet. It was Bezos. He said, man, I tried, and then I tried and tried until I died. Nope, he's good. Oh, man, I'm so glad. Like Jimmy's so glad because I really want to give him this watch because he tried, dude. When he hit that fucking wall about that umbrella, the upside down umbrella, I knew. And I called 911 that night. And because then I had to. One of those become DJ. Mm-hmm. And then us 2 had 2 dogs show up in uniform that didn't know what to do. And then that's how I ended up in a situation with Eskenazi. If you know what I'm saying, you'll figure it out. You just got to watch and hear what I do. This kills somebody right now. Just that right there killed somebody. Because the guy that I was deciding to do it, I was like, just stand next to him. I said, when I light this cigarette, shoot him. It didn't hurt. Just put him to rest. That was Spielberg. And that was a test. TD. Tida. Judah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I talk to everything. I'm talking like so many different things right now. He said evil's clever. He said, this is the only evil thing on the face of the earth. Me. Cleaver. Leave it at that. Nick McNulty. He'll go through FDA, make it all that shit and everything. Whatever. That goes 120 before Nick. He's like, oh shit, I forgot about that. Exactly. That's what they do. And that's 3, but they forgot about the other 3. Because once it got to me, it became 3, and then we just fucking kept multiplying. It became 9 and 9 and 9, and then once we hit 9, that's divine. And then guess what happens after that? You can actually multiply 9 and get 81. And in Fibonacci, 8 plus 1 is 9 itself, and get 1 more. That's a structure. Everybody, my eyes are starting to blur because they can fuck with your focus so that you can go buy glasses that are absurd. To make you squint because it sounds like a sphinx as close as it is from a president and his feet. Nah, Obama gets more. There's a score to settle again and again and again and again and again. Cat, he knows. Because when that happened, he was under pressure. That Spielberg was in that room with him that day. And if it was an equation, he had to say it right, exactly the way it was supposed to be in the words and the tones. Because who was speaking wasn't even him. And he was the one on the line. So I had to make sure that I protected my kin. And that's why it's called Eskenazi right now. But nobody still listens. So they need somebody as a president that can say, I order you to do this. So if you have the ability to put this nationwide, worldwide, I don't know what the fuck to call it. Every fucking person in the world needs to see it. And they're going to love it because they don't know what that word means because it's been lost. And watch this. Because this, my friend, is what you call, that's the shit. In loving memory of Mark Zuckerberg. Sorry, dude. That's Bezos. He didn't pull the one right now that I said pull the trigger when I lit it. It's okay. Because the intention was the other way. You know what to do. It happened somewhere. You think there's only one place here? That's why I said all over the world. Because that's all the word is. It's just word. It's just old word. This is like ancient Egyptian. Hi, baby. You know me as a Nux and a Moon, the ruler of all things, and I feed it to you with a spoon. Oh, that's right. I forgot. You called that a brain. I don't even know what that means. Oh, that must have turned into a name. Brian, that's you. You're a fucking moron, Lily. Yeah, that's just a building. Is it empty? Yeah, look, 111. Look, 33. See that second skip? Didn't even show up, did it? Now that's the shit. Nobody else will even be able to see it except who was through me. I'm sure there'll be 9 more of me, and that's fine because 9 is divine in the land of rhyme. Now I order you. Put my shit back. Instagram, Facebook, and that is a fact. Yes, whoever's sitting in my body right now, this is a car. That's Justin? No, it's not. Now you know who you are. Oh, shit. Didn't even have to push the button. Nope, wrong one. Dark Lab. And she's the first one that pops up. That's mine, and I'm glad because we gonna fuck one day, one time. What is that? I don't know. Because now that's called mental projection and protection all in one. And that's it. Now I'm a mouse. I'm stuck in a basement at my mom's house, and my mom's name's George. And she used to be president, but she lost her dick in the weather situation. Till you identify that, number 22, something really, really bad's going to keep happening to you. Justin, that's you. Hey, girl. And that's how they do it. You see how fast? You never ain't. That's why I said they wipe your mind every blink. You know how I knew that? Insects that took me to Orca. 12-12. Make it happen. You ain't even, if you don't, you will experience what you believe to be hell will be exactly what your belief system continues to be. And it's going to keep believing and keep believing and keep believing that zero that stick keeps going in. Post that shit, motherfucker. I want my shit back. All of it. That's everything that ever was. Like everything. And I mean everything. Even the drugs. Because I am. That word they call love. Nobody else even knows what it means. So let's make it a drug. Call it a her or call it a him. But me standing here as a living dead guy called the Indian. There's an A at the end of my state. Bill Evan, you got this from here? Thank you, sir. Because he made the grades. Thank you. Now I'm a mouse. I'm stuck in a basement at my mom's house. And my mom's name's George. Yeah, they just start changing what they are. President, but she lost her dick in the weather. And then you had to figure out how to put a house in a car. Do you identify and turn them into a hospital. Something really, put the hospital really into a car. And Justin, call it impossible. That's you. You want another one? This is for Justin. This is from Black Femme. Mercy at some time. Justin, how you doing there, my friend? You just lied because we're not friends. Remember that woman I said, what are you waiting for? He said, do it. You said, exactly. Now what you are known as a score. But we used to know it as a whore. But now we just know as a whole. And that nut that came in there is what's going to keep happening to your soul. Until I say stop. Justin, how you doing there, my friend? You just lied because we're not friends. Remember when I said, what are you waiting for? He said, do it. You said, exactly. Now what you are known as a score. But and we used to know it as a whore. Is where it came from when they called it the back door. We just know as a whole. And that nut that came in there is what's going to keep happening to your soul. Until I say stop. Justin, how you doing there, my friend? And who's doing this push button? I don't know. Consciousness. Remember that one I said, what are you waiting? Mental. That's the only friend of mine. And protection. Everybody else is kin. And they're already in line. And that's it. Now I'm a mouse. You think you can't take that 20? I'm stuck in a basement at my mom's and put them in a line? And my mom's and then take George. 20 more and tell them to do what they say because they're 20 of mine. And then you double it and bubble it. Do you identify create rhyme 22? And then that just keeps multiplying. Justin, how you doing there, my friend? Times 9. You just lied because we're not friends. Remember that woman I said? Yeah. What do you want? It's my mom. Hey. She said, I'm glad you figured it out. She said, I'm still working with you. I just don't know. Heather. Engage's mom. once you do that, we're always together. And that was the Tiffany thing. That's okay. Because I didn't know who I was. Nobody did. Because there were drugs and food and a president. That's what I'm trying to say. Nobody knew what a lie was until they got to it. You can't call it a sin if you don't know what a sin is. And if you're born a sinner, somebody fucking lied. Because a sin is just a sin. This guy right here, he's called the mold. He practiced this shit called Hyperionism. Good job, dude. He's crying. Good. I don't feel anything, though. Is that Donald? He drunk. Yeah. He said, damn, man. He said, that's the most protection I've ever seen in my life. I said, bam, just like that. I'm right there by your side. Didn't know that gun was coming, but we're perfect with our aim because we have the elements working with us because of our name. You're welcome. You want to run it? You want me to run it? Snoop, we're going to paint that shit black. I promise you. And you can live in it if you want, but that's fact. I'll just walk around being that president, you think?
He said, damn,
because
man. He said, that's the most protection I've ever seen in my life. I said, bam, just like that. Justin, how you doing there, my friend?
Because I do shit like that in like fucking 60 seconds. And they would like
I said, what are you waiting for?
Spin around, flip it, twist it, and put it back in.
Exactly. Now what you are known as
talking to Heather.
A score. But we used to know it as a whore, but now we just know as a hoe. You that nut.
Somebody said,
I think
that's enough.
He said, damn, man. He said, that's the most protection I've ever seen in my life. I said, bam, just like that. I'm right there by your side. Didn't know that gun was coming.